Hi, hello everyone. September is coming and May is the season for applying for financial support, and Ontario Student Assistance Program is one of them. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through all the steps of applying for the OSAP. The OSAP is open for Ontario residents of any age and who are Canadian citizens or permanent residents or protected persons. And for more information about the OSAP, I'm going to put this link in the descriptions for you to refer to. And you may want to use the calculator to estimate how much that you are going to receive during the school year. As you can see on the screen here, that is a scenario of a high school student, very young person, and then income of the family is under $50,000 per year. And you can see here the grant plus the loans equal to the total. Okay, so the grant is the free money for you to keep, and for the loan you need to repay after your program. Okay, and please keep in mind that the availability of the grant funding based on the family size and the income. You can see the income on the left side, and then the family size on the bottom here, 1 2 3 4 5. That is the family members. So let's say if the family has 4 people, including mom, dad, and 2 kids, and the family's income is 175,000 per year. So it means that that kid, the student who is attending after high school, they will not have any grant funding at all. But if he or she apply for the OSAP, that person receive the loan only, but not for the grant. Okay, but before we create an online account for the OSAP and applying for the OSAP, we will look into the estimations to see how much you are going to receive for the year. All right, yeah, you can type OSAP, Ontario Student Assistance Program, or maybe you can click on ontario.ca with the OSAP. Okay, and then after that you can scroll down in here. You can see learn about OSAP or how to apply, or after you apply, repay the loans and OSAP aid estimator. You can click on here, and then here, let's say in September 2024 you are going into that program. Okay, and then next school, for example, you can select St. Clair College, and then let's say accounting, and then you scroll down all those programs that they have with the accounting and business. For example, I select this program, and then I select next, and then I answer the current status: single, high school for at least 6 years, no. It depends on your questions, your answer, okay, so that you can receive the estimator. After school, high school for at least 4 years, no. If you have, then you can select on the yes. All right. By the time starting the school study period, month in a row, no. Are you separated? No, because I'm single. Are you were you ever in that care children aid? No. Both parents deceased? No. No. In the case that one parent passed away, and then you still have one parent, right? So it's not both deceased. And additional status information: do you have a permanent disability? No. So no, like let's assume that I'm physical healthy. In high school, yes. And then finishing my high school in June 2024. I'm not living with my parents after high school, and then I'm not indigenous people, and then I select on the next. I will not have any scholarship or bursary access. I have nothing. I don't have like a retirement saving plan. Remember that RRSP is different from ESP. ESP, it means Education Saving Plan, but it doesn't affect anything to the assets in here in the estimator. Expect asset, no. And next, the parent information, marital status, married. Children, the number of children have 2 because I have one brother, little brother. How many those dependent, so only one, only me going to the college later on, but my brother still in the elementary school. Let's say if the income of the family, if my mom $30,000 and my dad is like 25, let's say 20, the income you put in here, it will affect to the estimator, okay? So just estimate only, no need the exact number. In here you can see the estimate. I will have like 14,900 for the total of the year, and then in which I will receive 7,100 in grant. So it means that the amount that I can keep. And for the loans, I will have like 7,800 for the loans I will need to repay after the program. No need to pay it after the years, but later on when all the program for 3 years finish, and then I can repay. Okay, so that is the way that we estimate the amount. And now I'm going back to the page for creating an online account. Okay, so there are some steps of applying. The first one is register online in here, and then after that you can apply for OSAP. So it means that you have to have an account first and then apply. And then after entering all the informations, like for example in your school, your program, your parents or spouse SIN number, taxing number, something like that, and then you hit on the submit the applications. After submitting, you have a chance of uploading your documents, and then after that you complete the master student financial assistance agreement, and then after that you can track your status, like how much of money that you are going to receive from the account. Okay, so we go back to this page, the Ontario Student Assistance Program, and then you hit on the register. And here the new user registrations, and then of that you click on that little box in here, and then next. And then in here you can have a chance of linking your OSAP applications with the college or university account number. But let's say if you have yes, and then you can select on Ontario College or university. You set up the link in here, and then in here as well, like for the college, you put the account number in here, and then you can link. Okay. However, I will create like from the beginning, for example. So in this case, I would say no, and then we can click on the next to see how it looks like. And then here the profile, basic information. You put the first name, last name, date of birth, gender, and the SIN number. That is the most important because it will track down like if you have an account before or not, so that you can use the previous one. No need to create a new one if you have one already. And then Ontario education number, that is optional only. The password, you create, and then you can put the security question as well. Okay, and then after that you hit on the submit. So after submitting that applications, and then it will bring you to this page. And on this page, you can see the full-time study or part-time study, and then this one is for the first time of applying, like new applications. And for this one, go to my full-time applications. So it means that you have an account and you have an applications in process, and you come back to track down your status, or maybe to upload your required document. But I will click on apply for full-time, so we start from the beginning. All right. And in here there are some steps as well. The first is selecting your school and program. Second is the information about you, and the third step is about your family, and then after that is submitting the application. Okay, so that is like basically like that. Let me break down the application form for you so that we can see clearly in the form. So guys, I'm going to use the paper forms for Osap from last year, from 2023 and 24. The paper base for this year, 2024 to 2025, is not released yet. So I'm going to use this one. But basically, that is the same thing. Okay, we can see application form. Part 1 is the registrations and profile. We did that. And down here, that is the application form. The application form, it will have like 12 sections. And here is the 12 sections from A to L, and then we will look into those in detail for now. Even though this is the paper base, however, in the online base, it is the same. Okay. And section A, that is the school that you plan to attend, like the name of that school and the address and your student number at your school. If you know it, if you don't know it, that is fine. Just leave it blank, or maybe you can put it in as NA, not applicable. And section B, that is information on your study period, like the name of that program. For example, if you are taking business accounting, or if you are taking nursing or dental hygienist, something like that, you can just put it in. And then the start date and end dates of your study. Okay. And here the total number of years in your program. For example, you are taking engineer for 4 years, and then you put it in here as 4 years. And then if that is your first year of the total 4 years, and then you put it here as year one. 535 is 4. Okay. And then you just answer all the question in here based on your situation. Okay. And section C is the current situation, that is your marital status, your high school for at least 6 years or 4 years. You just answer all those questions. Okay. And then section D, that is Ontario residences, part 1, and then you just need to click on those answer those questions, and then you answer all of that. But remember that you are eligible to apply for Osap if you stay in Ontario for at least 12 months in a row. Okay. So past 3 most likely apply to you, so that you can apply and select and check mark on the situation that applies to you. Number E, section E, that is a personal information. You can just answer the question. Okay, but no bankruptcy. And section F, that is income and assets. And then you just put the total income in your Canadian income tax return. And if you have any other income from foreign, from your outside of the country, and then you put in here. If not, then just put it NA, or maybe 0. Income received before your study period, and then if you have nothing, then you put nothing, no. If you have, then you have to click on the yes. Section F, that is the income, like you continue with that income and assets. And please remember that RESP is not an income. Okay. Okay, just read all of that and scroll it down. And then section G is the children information. If you have children, then you put it in. If you don't have that, then forget about that. Or you put it at 0 or an A. If you have, then just put the name, last name, first name, and date of birth in here. Okay. And section H is the parent information. That is important because it will check your family's income. Marital status, you just select on that and then you answer all the question in here. Okay, scroll down all the way down. Children, spouse. Section I is spouse information. If you are single, then forget about that. Just put it an A. It's kind of the same like in the online application. So if you have something in mind for the paper, and then you can understand about the step for online application. It's the same. Okay, and section J it is the consents and declarations and signatures of parents. So your parents need to read and then sign. Okay, parent 1, parent 2, sign here because they check the SIN number, their SIN number with the consent. Okay, section K, that is the consent from your spouse, declarations and signature from your spouse. If you don't have, then just put it an A from the beginning. Okay, spouse, and here the section L, that is the consents, instructions, declarations, and signature of students. So it means you, the applicant. Okay. And that's it. And down here, that is a different program that is for the pupil outside of Ontario or outside the country. Then they need to fill out those forms and instructions. But for the purpose of today, I'm just going to talk about the applications for Ontario residents and living in Ontario and applying for university or college in Ontario. So the sections in part 2, you have to fill it out all and read it carefully before you submit the applications, okay? Because if you change anything later on and then you have to wait for the approval for the change. And then after that you submit. And then after submitting the applications, you will need to submit the following documents. That is the declarations and signature form online, okay? You upload online. The second one is a Master Student Financial Assistance Agreement, MSFAA. You complete online and it will be available a few days after submitting the applications. And then the additional documents based on information on your Osap profile or applications. For example, if you're married and then you submit the marriage certificate, or you change the name and then you submit the legal name change. Okay, and how to find your how to upload your document. You can look into the required documents in here in your account. There are 3 ways. The first one is just below the app status. That is a drop down here. You see required documents, or maybe you can check on the message center, or maybe you can click on go to a list of your documents, and then you can click on one of them and then it will bring you to like which documents that you need to upload for completing the OSAP application. Okay, And here as well, for example, date of birth you change, and then you have to upload that document. And then in here, for example, for disability status change document, you have to upload it and open the form. You need to have the password, and then the password, it will come up automatically with the password to open the form. And then after that, you can upload the form in here by clicking on the upload form. Okay. Also, you will need to submit the Master Students Financial Assistance Agreement, that is MSFAA, from the National Students Loans Service Center. So from this center, they will send you an email and saying that it's time for you to register the online account, and I'm going to work with you later on regarding that. But let's keep working on the uploaded document. So when you upload every document, you can check in here, view PDF you uploaded. So everything that you upload, it will comes up in here. However, if later on, if you see that you need to submit more document, and then you can go back to that page. I mean at the front, at the above, and then you select on go to optional uploads, and then you can see in here, and then you click in here and upload, and then it will comes up in here, view PDF you uploaded. So every documents that you uploaded in the account, it will come up in here. Okay. And if it is approved for the documents, it will say approve, and if not, it will say deny. And then you can see, you have to look into the message and then improve from the message. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Now, let's talk more about the Master Students Financial Assistance Agreement. It needs to be from this page, okay, from the National Student Loans Service Center. You will need to create an online account with the National Student Loans Service Center, NSLSC, so that you can check with the status and the funding in here, because the ministry will assign the NSLSC for funding, for your funding. Okay, so in here you can create an online account with them. However, you will need to wait for an email from NSLSC, for an email, so that you can create an online account. And the email that you will receive from them with the title as action required, complete your MSFAA to access your student funding. And there are 2 steps to process and complete your MSFAA. The step 1 is register online with the National Students Loans using your 10 digits MSFAA number, and your insurance number, your date of birth, and the banking information. Like you can take a void check and then put the banking info there, so that later on, if it is approved, and then it will be direct deposit into your bank. And step 2 is complete the online agreement and accept the terms and conditions. So how to create an online account with the National Student Loans? Here is the step by step, and then I'm going to put this link into the description so that you can follow the instructions and create an online account with them. Okay, but it looks like this. Okay, with all those informations like this, user registration, and then continue, GC key, or maybe you can use a bank sign-in partner like this. If you use GC key, it will comes up like this, like just like my CIA account, but it's different because that is the loan. This, and create an like your profile. Just follow the instructions, and then you can create that. Okay, Yep. And then in the end, it will say like this: my dashboard, funding tracker, the current step, signed. So it means that when you create that one, it means that you signed, you accept the terms and condition. And then after that, you can you can track the funding request received and pending confirmation from your school, and pending release, and then funding is on the way. Okay, so if for this one is for banking informations. So if you change anything in your banking, then you need to connect with them, with the National Student Loans Service Center, and then inform them about that. Okay guys, so let's go back to our presentations. Okay, and for more information for the OSAP, the enrollment to be confirmed by the school shortly before the program starts, let's say in 2 weeks before the program starts. And the ministry later will release the funding to the national students loans for disbursement. Your funding is disbursed in 2 installments, regardless if you are in a 2 or 3 semester program. And your first installment will be 60% of the total funding. The second installment for the remaining 40% will be at the beginning of your second semester. And when do you need to repay the OSAP loan? There is a 6 months grace for with no interest. And after leaving school for 6 months, then you will need to pay the interest. The interest, it depends like on the normally the prime rate plus 1%. So guys, that is the end of the session today, and on the screen you can see the funding summary. When you log into your OSAP accounts, and then down here you can see the funding summary, and then here view the amount of your funding, and then normally you will see the grant, the loans, and the total. Okay, so good luck everyone. Bye.